and this was probably more in the future. I'm guessing.
Right.
You're never going to convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
You're never going to convince me that he ignores his heritage like this, and he ignores the brutality of Asian gangs, and he just ignores all this kind of stuff.
Right.
You're never going to convince me otherwise.
Okay.
You're never going to convince me. I'm 100% convinced that his storytelling was much more nuanced than this. Like a 5-year-old could do a better job. A 5-year-old could do a better job. What would you give this episode?
It gets a 2.3 for me.
It gets.
Closing.
You know, I'm just gonna close the curtain. I wouldn't watch this episode.
Well, I would watch it again, but I mean, there was a few things that I thought were okay.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like, I mean, I am so glad we only have a few more episodes.
Oh, yeah, you and me.
I just wish they would do that Wild West type of stuff again, because that was the coolest one out of them all.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. I agree.
He basically, he has a brass throne that he sits on, and that brass throne is situated on a giant mountain of skulls.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, all of these skulls of worthwhile people, and the skulls of his own champions even end up there too. So you've got like hundreds of thousands of different species. All their different skulls are piled up below his throne.
Oh,
and he has
dude.
this massive sword called Woebringer.
Oh my dude, you're speaking my language now. Speak to me about this sword.
Bro, it literally can destroy entire worlds.
Oh, dude.
And on top of that, it's so powerful, it cuts through reality as well, which lets demons spill out from the warp into the material plane. So he's like, Korn is the god that basically is worshipped the most out of everybody, because even people who don't know of his existence essentially worship him in one form or another. Like primitive cultures view him as a great insatiable beast rather than a man. So there's different totems or variations of him that show up in the different belief structures of different groups. And when it comes down to it, he's fine. If you're bombarding people, if you're blasting them from a distance, you're claiming lives, that's all right. But what he really wants is direct combat. Get up there, and when you cut down your enemy, feel their blood splash on your own flesh.
Like bathe in it. Like bathe in the blood.
Yeah, exactly. Yup. Like, wow.
We're gonna have to. Anyway, it's a new system.
Turn that off later.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of D&D Storytime Clue. We have a full cast today. We have Mossy,
Hello.
our PAA.
Can we add another A in there just for the fun of it?
PAA.
Yeah, that's it.
A. You get a A.
The last one's just for A.
A. We have the gorgeous, the adorable, the never freckly Monica. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. Are you ready to assist the caveman tonight?
Of course.
And we got the one, the only, Tracy in the house, Michael BM. How's it going, my friend?
Very good. I am super excited to get back into this wild world of clues and magic and mystery.
Ooh. So, do you want to let everyone know what happened last episode, and then we'll kind of go from there?
If I do, can you just give me a
Or yeah. And modeling itself on her and asking Naruto, how does she look? He doesn't have to say anything because his face is a beet red. She goes, I'm glad you like this stuff. And he's like, wait, I didn't. And she starts putting lingerie on his arms, like thongs, brown panties, all that kind of stuff. And Naruto goes, you can't be serious. And she models something again, And she goes, "Oh, I'm dead serious, Naruto. Believe it." And he goes, Did you just say? And then she grabs him, and they go back to the store.
Warning, this episode may contain loose forms of nudity. Caveman growling aggressively, and words not meant for the ears of young children. Viewer discretion is highly advised. We are not your parents. This is a production of the Must-See TV Broadcast Network. Like, share, join. Come along for the ride and join the tribe. And you can do it, we believe in you, throw those stars. If you're watching us right now on YouTube, then you already know what to do, don't you? Smash that like and subscribe button. The caveman won't bite, not really. A big shout out goes out to Donna A.a.a. and Music Mint for the incredible music that is in this episode. All rights are reserved to their proper copyright owners. And if the caveman is ready, and if you are ready, then let's kick this show off. Growl, growl.
Caveman's call echoes through the stream. Click that button, join the dream. 45 days, we're live on cue, reviewing the wild, the weird, the new. Must-see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call. After shows where stories unfold. Hidden gems and secrets told. Crew's got jokes and little flair. Once you're here, you're staying there. Must-see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call. From caveman grunts to streaming gold. New adventure, stories bold. Every moment, every beat. Grab your spot. Front row seat. Must-see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call. Must-see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call.
By the dark of the night, where the shadows lean low, a fire flickers softly, its embers aglow. The caveman waits in the circle of flame, eyes like the ocean, hands carved by the same. Oh, the glow of the moon, it whispers, it sighs. The past is alive in the star-painted skies. Tell us the tales of the old, of the wild. Sing us the songs of the earth's first child. By the fire, by the flame, let the echoes consume. Story time by the dark of the night, by the glow of the moon.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the season finale of Storytime Naruto. Actually, I have an announcement. This is not going to be. This is not going to be the season finale. This is going to be like the series finale of Storytime, because I've decided. Not told anybody this, to bring this show back as story feature, Storytime feature. So when this show comes back, when it ultimately does, we're going to have, hopefully, title, like subtitle, like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. So we could just pack this movie into longer form videos for you guys just to kind of watch. But the story, this series won't be premiering until October, September, December. So we have a while. But before we get into the series finale, we have a couple of things to clean up. So I've been working on a new Q Up song. I like to do this every year and a half. And I've teased it in the group. If you go into the group right now, the Must See TV Broadcast Network group, it should be there. It's a minute long, something like that. It's so dirty and sweaty and sexy, and a little bit of, it's so swaggy that I don't like that kind of style of music. But when I heard it, I'm like, oh shit, this is a fucking banger. This is a banger. So get ready for new Q Up music to come eventually. When? I haven't made up my mind yet. Maybe when the season premiere of The Captain's Chair comes on the 13th. Or maybe when we come back from our break in April. I don't know. You're just going to have to tune in and find out. Now, we have some growls to give out before we actually get to the series finale. So, Mossy.
Yeah. We've got some familiar names here.
All right.
Yeah. First, we got Miriam Megan?
Mian?
Sorry, I'm reading it at a bit of an angle, so I
Okay.
apologize for messing that up. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Mihan. I'm sorry about that. So Miriam Mihan stats.
Oh, all right. So my dear, I know, I am. All right, I'm behaving. Okay, simmer down, Mossy, simmer. I know what you were going to say, but my dear, from us to you, you got a great big bad caveman. You're so not fun. You're so not fun. And you know, he probably after the show. Oh, I'm so sorry that I didn't allow you to cancel yourself. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's you, James. That's you. All right, the other.
Yeah. Sorry, I lost it there. Next, we've got what is that? Nicole Butler Vegas.
Nicole Butler Vegas. From us to you, Nicole. You got a great big bad caveman.
And last but not least, we've got the personal side of business.
The personal side of business. You are fucking insane. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching and reacting to all this stuff. When you can, I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And from us to you, you got a great big bad caveman. So, guys, we are here, Mossy. We are here. The final couple scenes. Are you ready?
No, I'm ready.
All right. So it is early morning, the night after. We're finally allowed back in. We creep in to Naruto's room. And Naruto is there. He's up. And we see him looking down, and Ino is straddled on him, laying her head on his chest, his bare chest. We can see her actually holding on for dear life to him. And there's silence, there's no music, there's nothing. And looks at her, says, in his head, she continues to stay. And then we hear him say, I'm not good at this. And he's pausing because it's Naruto. He's not good at this. He says, I'm not good at all this. Like saying what's in here. And he's rolling his eyes. He's trying to find the words. He's trying to find the words that he could properly express to her while she's sleeping. I'm not good expressing what I feel. But you are. And he's so frustrated because he just can't find the words. His heart wants for him to say, but he can't because he's not good at this. Goes, hell. And he goes down and kisses her forehead. Says, thank you for staying. I love you, Ino Yamanaka. And she starts to wiggle. Immediately after he says that, she goes, I knew you could say it. Wait, what? Wait, what? You were up? She's like, oh, I've been up for a while. I heard everything. Say it. Say it again. He goes, thank you? No. And he does the old eye roll thing. Naruto goes, I love you, Ino Yamanaka? And she goes, that's it. And she flings the bedsheet over both of them. And we see them, we see her wiggling, and what are you doing? Oh, stop wiggling, Naruto. And we see his boxers go flying. We see her bra and her underwear go flying off screen. And we are immediately escorted out because of course we are. Right, Mossy? Get the fuck out.
As usual, yeah.
Yeah, right?
I know how this works by now.
But we don't need to show it. You know what I mean? By that implication, we know what's happening, right?
Yeah.
But we don't need to show it, right? I think that's what makes this scene work, because the implication is there. We don't need to show them having sex. because that's the implication, right, of that. And what happens when two people are in that kind of situation? Get the fuck out, right? No. Yeah. Get the fuck out. This is our time. This is not your time. So we cut now to some time in the future. And by the way, that's the last scene we have in Naruto's apartment. So sometime after, there is no timestamp. There is no type of there's no type of wording on the screen to tell you how long time has passed. But we shift to the morning, and we see Ino coming out, Naruto coming out in his polo dress shirt and his jeans, right? And they go out. They're coming outside. They're holding hands, and they're walking down Naruto's steps and to the village. We cut now to them walking through the village. When I said daytime, that's not daytime, because I always like to do proper times with this. Probably around 4:35 in the afternoon. So that's where we are. So we're seeing them, both of them, walk down the street. Naruto goes a little bit ahead of her, them unlocking hands, and she turns around and sees her, Sakura. Spoiler alert, this is probably one of my favorite scenes of the film. I know I say that a lot, but this is probably one of my favorite scenes of the film. She looks at her from a distance. Sakura looks at her. Ino just glances at her. They exchange just a look at each other. Ino turns her head, goes forward, catches up to Naruto, holds his hand again, and they go forward. And now we have this beautiful wide shot, this great wide shot, and it's showing two completely different aspects. And it says so much, Mossy, without saying anything at all. And on the right hand side, on this side, we have Ino walking with Naruto going this way. And we have this way Sakura turning around and walking backwards, back this way. But unlike Ino, that steps are like assured and confident, all that kind of stuff, we see Sakura the exact opposite. She's running, stumbling as she walks. So we have this beautiful, Mossy, we have this beautiful wide shot. One character going one way, forward in this context, and one character going backward. And the wide shot just expanding to see that dichotomy. I love it, and it's probably, for me, one of the most powerful scenes in the film, right? Because Ino is saying to Sakura, grow the fuck up. That's what she's saying without saying anything, right? One is fully matured and fully assured in her role, and the other is still choosing to run and not confront the full effect that she had on Naruto's life. And it's probably, for me, Mossy, I would say for me, this is probably like a 2-minute scene. But for me, Mossy, it's probably the most powerful thing in the film. Because it's saying 50 things without ever speaking it, right? So we have that scene. Then we cut, right? We cut to outside, again, outside someone's home. We have Ino It's getting later, sometime after, probably an hour, 2 hours after. Ino is standing outside, and we have again the audio ducks. We don't hear anything. We see we have Lady Tsunade grabbing Naruto and saying something to him, and before he goes, she's hugging him for dear life. Right? This is the dinner scene. But we don't need to see it. Why? Because we already saw it. Right, Bossy? We already saw this part of the film.
Yeah.
So we don't need to see it again. So why should we have, like, everybody, when my friend, hello? Oh, I was,
Sorry, it was me.
okay. When my friends take a look at the script and read it, they're like, well, why don't you have, I'm like, we already had that scene, coming together and bonding and adopting Naruto. You don't need to see it again, right? This is not, this is, and I keep saying to people, this is not your story. This is his story, right? His life. You just happen to be watching it. So why show that kind of stuff again, right? The coming, like, yes, we adopted you and all this kind of stuff. We already saw that, and it was a better scene, right? That scene was much better than this scene would be. So we don't see it because we already saw it. It just took a different form, right? It just took a different form. It took a different kind of direction, right? It was what I like to do all the time is right. I like to hide things right in front. And if you weren't paying attention, then you weren't paying attention. But if you were, you would be like, yeah, we don't need to see that scene because it already happened. So we see Naruto get grabbed by Lady Tsunade. Lady Tsunade is hugging him. We don't hear what she's saying. And she says goodbye. She waves goodbye at Naruto, and they both grab their hands together. Not hold their hands together, but they all leave Lady Tsunade's house. Maybe for the last time. We'll get into that a little bit later. So, the sun is setting on Konoha. The sun is setting. And a bluish blue starts to emerge as the sun sets. Now, I love this contrast. I love it. It's you guys are going to fucking hate me for this. Bossy's probably going to hate me for this. So, we are now walking almost completely at night. The sun's still setting in the streets of Konoha. And they come across, we're fully caught up to Naruto and Ino now. We come across a family. But the family is dressed in bright pastel colors, in the colors of Konoha. But these are bright, these are pastel, these are very bold colors, not dark colors at all. We have a mother, we have a father, we have a little boy, and we have a little girl. The mother clocks Naruto walking down the street. And the father goes, we have to get inside. We have to get inside. And the kids are saying, why? They're having fun. And the mother goes, quick, quick, quick. The freak is coming. The Jinchuriki is coming. We don't want to be anywhere near that disgusting, filthy creature. And the children just go to their parents and hug them. The son goes, make him go away, Mom. Make that filthy monster go away. And the daughter says something similar to that. And Ino is hearing all of this. And we see Naruto's facial expression changes into that of a statuesque face that is cold. And as this is happening, Ino reaches out and just takes Naruto's hand. And she's horrified at this. She's horrified this brashness of this family. She's about to say something. Naruto just looks at her. Doesn't say anything. They walk a little bit further past the family. A shop owner is closing up for the night. Same pastel colors, bright colors. And as he's closing up shop, he spits in the direction of Naruto. Not at him, close to him. So the intent is clear. They walk a little bit further. They walk across the park with his peers all hanging around. They clock him. They start to laugh. No characters that we know. These are just students. They laugh. They cackle at Naruto. They cackle. Same clothes, same brightness. But this is an illusion. The colors, the brightness, it's all an illusion. And these kids cackle, not laugh. It's more like an evil cackle. Jinchuriki. Hokage! Guys, the next Hokage is coming. Give me a freaking break, Naruto. Give me a freaking break. And a girl goes, you know what they should have done to you when you were born? They should have left you, they should have tossed you off a cliff or left you in the forest to die. What a pathetic joke. And we could see her eyes are just, because she has heard all of this, but not this directly at Naruto. Not this cold. Not this venom. Not like this. Or that's what she thought. Maybe now it was an illusion. Now all the illusion is just cracking open. Maybe that, maybe a little bit of both. But the reason why because he's heard all of this before. So they walk a little bit forward. They're almost home. And they come across two girls out on the streets of Konoha. Bright pastel colors, maybe pink, maybe a little bit of red in there, showing off the colors of Konoha. And as they walk, one of the girls goes, how could you be with him? Don't you know who he is? He's the freak. He's the Jinchuriki. He's the animal. He's the monster of Konoha. How can you be with a freak like that? And they laugh at her. And one girl goes, I pity you. That you have to resort to this. I hope you realize the mistake you have made real soon so you can go after a man that is a man, not a freak. And they just walk past. And as they're walking past, as they're going closer to their home, we flip perspective now. We go all the way back, Mossy, to the beginning of the film. That moment when Ino in the office, in Lady Tsunade's office, grabbed Sakura and shaking her and it's like, Sakura, listen to me. Listen to me. You don't get to run. You don't get to hide. You don't get to shrink. However, this perspective is flipped. Now, we show Sakura's back of her head and we angle the camera a little bit away from Ino. And it's almost like, Mossy, it's almost like in this perspective, Ino is not talking to Sakura. It turns out she was never talking to Sakura. In this perspective, she's been talking to us the whole time. So now we go back to present day. We go back to present day. There's no music. Of course, there's nothing. There's no sound. There's crickets in the background. All we can hear is their footfalls. They go up the stairs. One of them opens the door. They walk in. The door closes behind them. And all we hear a few moments later is Naruto crying. And Ino saying, it's okay, Naruto. It's okay, I caught you. It's okay. Shh. And we pan out. We see Naruto's full apartment. And we hear a acoustic cover of Blue Eyes. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes, and no one knows what it's like to be hated, to be jaded. And it just continues. And meanwhile, as the music plays, all we hear is Naruto's crying. And that's how the movie ends. Mossy, thoughts?
It's certainly a bold way to end it, yeah.
Because sometimes that's life.
Yeah.
It just ends like that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It just sometimes that's life. It just ends with a boy crying, releasing, right? That's just how life works, right? It just ends like that. And I absolutely love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was crying as I'm like narrating everything because I think it's fucking sad. Because it should be fucking sad. How did you like the flip in perspective? I mean, I know you weren't here for the scene number 2, but I thought that was when I put that in. I'm like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I always love a good perspective shift like that.
Yeah. How did you like the just the contrast? People like having like bright colors, but they're anything but.
Yeah. No, it's a really interesting, a really cool way to show that. I'm struggling to find the words for it right now, but yeah, I love a good contrast between, whether the way someone looks versus how they act, right?
Right, because that's like this is a conversation that I think Kishimoto always wanted, but never got the chance, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is just a natural conclusion of how people would feel towards him, right? And I loved how the film ended. I loved the whole arc of the film. Now there is a very good question that I want to answer here. So my friend wanted me on the final episode and in the aftermath to tackle this. So I'm going to answer this question now. He read the script, and hopefully he's watching now. And hopefully that this answer is going to entertain him. But he said to me, Mossy, he said to me, do you think how this movie ends with everything and how it just ends like that, do you think the correct logical conclusion is, well, the next step is he just leaves? Like Ino takes Naruto away.
I agree with that. Yeah, I like that.
I think
he's sick of it. He's sick of all these people gonna go somewhere else.
Well, no, it's her, right? Because she you don't owe these people anything else, right? You don't owe them more spilt blood, right? And maybe she says something to Lady Tsunade, and maybe she doesn't, right? But that's the point. And I think that's a very good question, right? I think that is a very good, I think that's the logical conclusion. Well, she just takes them and leaves, right? Because, after everything, right, she might say, Naruto, you don't owe these townspeople anything else, right?
Yeah.
You don't owe anyone anything. And I think she would do that. Maybe it's at night. Maybe it's a week after. Maybe she just goes away with him just to live in peace. And maybe they get married, but they don't have to get married. But I think that's a very good question, What if? I mean, I don't think... I'm not going to write I think this film ends on a good note. And that question of what happens next in this world. And I think that's a very good answer. I think she just goes, you don't owe anyone anything.
Yeah.
Right? Because he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
So guys,
yeah.
What? Go ahead.
Well, just to say, he doesn't. He may feel like you need to, but he doesn't have to prove himself to anyone.
No.
Why?
Prove
Exactly.
yourself to people that don't like you, that didn't give a damn about you.
Yeah.
Right?
He doesn't need their
validation. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. And she probably knows that for a long time. I mean, we spent almost the entire film with her, seeing what she saw, So she has more evidence than anyone what these townspeople done to him, right? Or what they didn't do to him, right? So I think you're right. I think you don't owe these people anything. Maybe they go around across the world and just live in peace. And what's wrong with that? Giving someone peace, giving the hero a peace, Giving someone that's not had peace, was treated very wrongly for 14 years, some stability. I don't think that's wrong at all. And I think that's a logical conclusion. Now, the next question, and we're going to talk about this on Friday on Aftermath. The next question is Sakura, right? The next question is Sakura. In this pseudo, but not canon, but you can consider this canon if you really want to make it headcanon. In this type of world, is there any room for Ino to forgive Sakura? I would say no. Just based on the maturity level of both of them. I think there will come to a point where Ino feels nothing for Sakura, but I think that's going to be a long time. That's going to be years and years in the future, and I don't see a path forward for that relationship to be the same. Because I think we established in this film that there was no friendship to begin with. And maybe also that's why she takes Naruto and go. Like there's nothing left here. I think that's a very good question, and questions that we're gonna have to talk about on Friday. But for anyone that's listening to this, if you have any more questions, and I know we're gonna dive in to how I wrote this film and the questions and stuff like that on Friday night. But if you have any questions for the Caveman, please let me know in the comments section down below. And that's a wrap for story time. And next time this show comes back, it's going to be bigger, badder, bolder. So until we see each other again, my friends, take care, be safe, be well, and we love you all. 50,000 plus. And remember, a club for life. Peace. Mossy, take me home. Bye, guys.
The wolves in the distance, they howl their refrain, a tune older still than the drumbeat of rain. The stones hold their secrets, the trees hum their tune, a language forgotten yet carved in the room. Oh, the glow of the moon.